is Joe. For the cassette that is our only hope. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well, hello,
Melinda's. Welcome to
Hello,
VCR
Melinda's.
Party. I'm Joe. That's Nick. There's George. There's Steve. The whole gang's here. We're going to watch some VHS tapes. I'm in the office in Gowanus, Brooklyn. 11,000 VHS tapes or so. And we got some good ones. Nick, I forgot to show these last week when we went on tour. We went to that cool mall in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Yep.
And I forgot to show some of the finds that we got for $1. And did we get the discount? Did we get the discount on this one?
She didn't give us the back to school discount for kids videos, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I didn't raise a stink over it.
You should have, because we could have gotten this for 50 cents, but instead we paid $1 for it. But anytime you see a Whiskers the Cat with a Magical Attitude video out in the wild, you got to buy it, right?
Yeah, we have a copy. I think we might have 2 copies, but yeah, you can never have enough of those.
Yeah. This is another one from there. I saw this on the way out, and I think I overpaid for it, but I paid $5 for Joshua. I think it's I think it's religious. And is he like a minion? Oh, he's a lion, isn't he?
Yeah.
But look at his teeth. He has human teeth. Yeah. Is he? Does he
It
have
looks
a
like
magical
great.
attitude?
I think that's a Pixar movie. I can't believe you haven't heard of it.
That lion has a magical attitude.
Joshua in the Promised Land with the magical attitude. Yeah.
That one looks good.
You got anything cool, Nick?
Well, yeah. So Josh Schaefer from Lunch Meat VHS, you should follow him on Instagram. We're prepping for our big Alphathon on September 22nd. It's the 35th anniversary of the debut of the show Alf. And Josh, we're going to be watching for 13 hours straight the entire second season of Alf. Me and George will be in the office doing that. We hope you'll join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/found footage festival. Look what Josh sent me. This is 10 volumes of VHS copies of Alf, and they're all taped on TV off TV with the original commercials. So some super fan, before DVD, put these all together. But the key is that they're uncut. So a lot of times for syndication, they would cut them, and they all have the commercials on from airing off of TV back in 1986 through 89. So pretty thrilled to go through and find out like what these original episodes aired like.
Are you gonna watch? Is that what you're gonna watch on the Twitch show? Are you gonna watch those tapes with the commercials and everything?
If I can like digitize them all, otherwise we'll go off the German DVDs. So good question.
And George, did you agree to this, or are you just like going along with it? Are you just like, sure, Nick, or is he forcing you at gunpoint? Like, you don't have to do this, George. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, no, I think for sociological and historical reasons, this is important. My recollection is that Alf had a lot of jokes in support of the Mujahideen before the first Gulf War, and I know that was taken out in syndication, so I'm going to be watching for that.
The hell are you talking about?
So there's a lot of
What's going on here?
This was George's idea, by the way, to watch them all on one
No,
fell swoop.
it was my idea. I said it months ago. I said, why don't you guys just do it in one fell swoop, and I can go back and find it. But it was my idea, so don't, that's all me.
All right.
Put me number one credit on this Alphathon.
Joe's Alphathon.
Yes.
Well, okay. It was George's idea to go through with it though, because I didn't think he would want to. But he said, "Yeah, I'd rather rip the Band-Aid off it all at once." But
I mean, he was looking pretty miserable last spring. He was not in a good place. So I'm
had nothing to do with COVID or anything. It was just it was all Alf.
It was all Alf. Yeah. No, I saw the look on your face. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this Alphathon though, because I'm just going to keep an eye on George the whole time. Nick's going to be like, oh, here's an Alf ashtray that I found. And then, but then George is just going to be like rocking back and forth, like in the corner, just like.
Maybe I'll take up smoking and ash into that the whole time. That'd be a fun 13 hours.
Oh, speaking of which, I want to bring that up because we talked about this on our EP mode. I was going to bring it up later in the show, but as long as we're talking about Nick smoking. So we watched the Mr. T Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool for our EP mode. $10 and up patrons, you can watch that along with us. We watched the first half
this Thursday, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's coming up this Thursday. And there's one part about smoking, and Nick and I talked about our smoking history. And Nick, there's some new information on there. I don't know. Do we want to give it away? Do you want to?
No, I think you have to watch it to find out. But suffice to say, I don't know how to inhale a cigarette. I've never done it. And
so what we're going to do for the one after this Thursday, because we already taped the Thursday one after that, I'm going to teach Nick how to smoke a cigarette. He's going to properly inhale a cigarette. And Steve, why are you shaking your head? He has to learn at some point.
No,
I'm a late
that's never been
bloomer.
learned.
I'm a late bloomer. What can I say? But my smoking journey starts next Thursday only for $10 and up patrons on patreon.com.
If only somebody made a VHS about not smoking. I think that's
well, a certain Larry Hagman did, if you'll remember. But Nick, do you have a pack of cigarettes that you want to go menthol? Do you want to go lights? Do you want to go full flavor?
I enjoy minty flavor, so I feel like menthol will be the way to go.
Okay, we'll get you a pack of Cools or some Newports or something. Yeah.
Sure, Cool sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds
you want Cool?
Sounds cool. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 Thursdays from now, Nick is going to smoke a Cool cigarette. Now, are you going to smoke it all the way down to the filter?
No.
But you are going to inhale it, right?
I'll try to do that. Yes. And I will try to inhale it properly, and we'll see. I might go loopy. I don't know. Maybe I'll be hooked.
I want George and Steve to hear this Nick Purr story so bad, but I don't want to give away the milk for free.
Yeah, I mean, George and Steve, that $10 patron might be worth an investment because
it's a solid Nick Purr story. It's like a top 7 Nick Purr story, and I had never even heard it before. It's so good.
I'll have to give you the unabridged version sometime too. That was the Patreon polite version.
Can we guess what it entails? Is it like Nick tried to smoke tobacco through a bong or something like that?
No, it's worse. It's worse. It's way worse. Yeah.
Well, it's just completely selling out everything I believe in. But that's nothing new. Everybody knows I do that at the drop of a hat.
I was gonna say every Tuesday night.
Well, I tell you what, I'm excited because we are back on tour. We're doing a vaccine required show at the Lodge Room in Los Angeles this Saturday. And whenever I think about California, I think about big hunks. And of course, that brings me to our clip from California Big Hunks from our friends at Crystal Pyramid Productions. Here's a little highlight reel from California Big Hunks. It's the Jungle Hunk. Hope to see him in Los Angeles.
That's the mating call of the Jungle Hunk. That's how they communicate.
It sounds like a cat fell on the keyboard for this.
And this guy looks like a serial killer. Like, look at him. That's a serial killer.
He'll be at the show. I think this was shot in a church basement, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I can see like a potluck happening down there.
Bake sale.
I bet it smells
There
like
it is.
casseroles.
Probably. And maybe like coconut oil, or whatever they rub themselves with.
Right.
But so hopefully there's some, actually, I know at least one hunk who's also a movie star who's going to be at the show in Los Angeles. So yeah, we will we'll actually see some some California Big Hunk, at least one California Big Hunk at the show.
Wait, one of those
week,
big hunks or just a separate, in your opinion?
Just a separate guy who I consider to be a hunk, who is a bona fide movie star, will be at the show.
Peter Scolari.
On Saturday. Yep, Peter Scolari. Yep.
Do you consider yourself a hunkspert?
I would say at this point, yes.
Okay,
I would
you
say
are a hunkspert?
the nation's foremost hunkspert. Yes.
Does it say it on your business card, Nick Purr, hunkspert?
I will if I have enough time to get them printed at Cafe Press. Yeah.
I have a question for the hunkspert. What kind of hunk would George be? Would he be a jungle hunk, a forest hunk?
That's a great question.
Serial killer hunk. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is this a question?
Tell us, great hunkspert. What would George be?
I would say he is a let me see. I'd say he is a deep woods hunk based on the cicadas I can hear in his background whenever he unmutes himself tonight. He's outdoors in Pennsylvania doing the show. That's the kind of commitment.
I'm thinking I have never seen George with his shirt off. I've seen Nick with his shirt off. I've seen Steve. Have I seen you with your shirt off?
I don't know. Probably. We've stayed in the same hotel room before.
That's true. Yeah.
So I
Yeah. But
imagine
George,
you have.
I don't think I've ever seen you with your shirt off
I'll try to Photoshop it.
by the end of the show. Okay.
Sure.
Great.
Yeah,
all right.
maybe as a deep woods hunk. Yeah,
Uh,
and Steve, what's going on behind you there?
Well, I didn't get my act together today. A lot of work and a lot of personal things going around. So I did not get my background up today. I unfortunately had poor Parker running around, but you have to wait 2 weeks to find out what his background is. So, but so
What's the
Sellout
background
Steve,
right now?
so Sellout Steve, this is to remind everyone, please buy backgrounds for me. Info@foundfootagefest.com. Did I say that right? Yes, foundfootagefest.com. And we will put you behind, and I will do my best to sell out for you.
Yes. Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
Take it out of this hellhole.
Let's do some flying windows. You want to, Nick? You got some?
I have one this week.
Okay.
Well, this is also a little bit of celebrity bullshit here. Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, our friends at Gig Tapes VHS said, hey, we saw some flying windows in a Tony Robbins video. Say no more. Here he is, Tony Robbins, with some very slow flying windows.
That doesn't surprise me at all. He seems like he would have a lot of flying windows in his videos.
Exactly.
Raw doggers.
Yep.
Slow raw doggers.
I've had one damn cookie. I got a little taste of it. I'm hungry. Bring me some cookies.
Chaos.
That was the clip they chose?
Yeah, with music in the background. I
That's
will
the slowest
say,
raw dog I've ever
You
seen.
want to make God laugh? You tell him your plan.
I will say, like, just for protection, we do recommend that all flying windows are bordered. We don't recommend raw dogs.
Right. No,
I know a lot of
My
kids
wife
watch
can carry
this
this
show,
around.
a lot of
Not carrying
teens.
this around, sometimes I'll
Protect
say, well, since you're carrying
your
that
flying
around
windows.
anyway, put the wallet in it.
Relationship mastery.
Flying,
Fireworks.
If you
flying
competed with
words,
those folks,
flying
you
windows.
knew they were great. You should have bought the hell out of that stuff.
Listen to, they have other audio going on.
It's a
there's like-
cacophony.
Yeah, they're competing. Come on, Robbins.
If you competed with those folks,
He's motivating me
you
to
knew they
turn
were
this
great.
off.
You should have bought the hell out of that stuff.
It counts.
Financial mastery. I mean, you can do it all.
Yeah.
Hats on. Is that like their?
one of the problems I always have with Tony's
Those
group is
hats.
they never have any enthusiasm.
Schwarzkopf. That's what I want to say.
Oh,
Norman Schwarzkopf.
Schwarzkopf.
Yeah.
Schwarzkopf mastery.
The architect of an endless war.
Do what you think is best.
Can you imagine doing this? Like going to
Oh, there's
this?
the firewalking thing that, you know.
I mean,
has
life
been
mastery.
debunked.
Life mastery covers it all. Let's do that one.
Yeah. Schwarzkopf. There it is.
Join the masters of our time. Perfect the life of your dreams.
Yeah, Norman Schwarzkopf, one of the masters of our time. So that's about thanks to Gig Tapes for those very slow, very long, very unprotected, unbordered flying windows.
Some sweet ass raw doggers.
They were. Should we get into some raviolis?
Let's show each other our raviolis, Nick.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Who wants to go first here?
I don't care. I'm interested to see what Heimlich maneuver is. Why
Oh,
don't you go
yeah.
first?
Okay. So I showed this one off on the show last week, actually. This is just a video that the thing I saw was that said return to corporate safety in Boise, Idaho, and nobody did. So I have it now. I am not corporate safety. I'm not in Boise, but I watched this. It's short and sweet. It is it's called like a safety short. And instead of making this fun plot that or cute, acronym or whatever, they just show you how to do the Heimlich maneuver. You're in, you're out within 5 minutes. And there is a small reenactment at the beginning though, and some valuable information at the end. So as a PSA, here's just a video called the Heimlich maneuver.
And just as I was taking a sip of my beer, the ball flies right up in the stands. And just guess where it landed?
Where?
First time in my life the ball ever came to me.
Hey, man, are you all right? Bob!
Oh, God, hey, somebody help me! Hey, Bob! God, somebody help.
Hey, can I finish my story or what?
Hey, somebody! Hey, Bob!
Well, there's our thumbnail for the show.
The worst part is he never got to finish the story about the ball that landed in his lap.
If he'd been wearing his safety shorts.
I wear a pair of those.
God, I hope he's okay.
Yeah. I've never seen anybody choke like that. I didn't have any idea what to do.
I haven't seen anybody
What
choke
just
like that
happened to
since
Bob
Bill
could have
Buckner.
happened anywhere, anytime. Unfortunately, it's not unusual that his friends were unable to help. If they had just taken the time to learn a few simple yet life-saving steps, this entire
shot.
incident could have been avoided. These steps are known as the Heimlich maneuver. Stay calm. His or her coughing may naturally dislodge
Is he
the
choking
food
on his
particle
mustache?
without any outside assistance. Calmly ask the victim if he or she can cough, speak, or breathe. If not, this is a good indication that the airway is blocked and that help is needed.
He's kind of doing
Get
like
behind
one of these
victim.
kind of, no, you know, one
Yeah.
of those kind of takes.
Locate the
I would
victim's
be- I would
bottom
not be
rib.
playing that
Move your
cool at
hand to
all.
the area
No.
above the victim's navel. Make a fist, placing the thumb side on the stomach. Place the other hand over your fist. And in a
Preferably
sharp
be
but
wearing
controlled
khakis.
motion, pull back and slightly upward towards yourself. Repeat this process as many times as needed to dislodge whatever is causing the victim to choke. The Heimlich
Probably
maneuver,
steak.
a few simple steps that can make the difference between life and death. This is Claude Akins urging you to take 5 for safety.
And always wear your safety shorts.
Who's Claude Akins? Is he a celebrity? Why would he say his name if he's not a celebrity?
Yeah, he's
Claude
a celebrity,
Akins.
but I don't know what he's done.
Claude Akins.
Green- Green Acres? No.
Yeah, it looks like something like that.
Character actor. Oh, Sheriff Lobo.
Okay. Oh, BJ and the Bear. Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo. I have no idea what that is. And there you have it.
Homer
Don't Google
Simpson.
BJ and the Bear, by the way.
Huh?
Nothing.
Or any show with animals, actually. Anyway, so now we know how to help if somebody chokes, and that I don't know if we've ever told the story, but our buddy Jakester, who's been on this show many times, was at an Outback Steakhouse for an anniversary.
No, for his birthday.
And
It was on
for
his
his
birthday.
birthday.
So if he would have died, he would have died on his birthday. That's the other cool part of the story. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, he was eating a piece of chewy steak at an Outback Steakhouse on his birthday, and it got lodged in his throat. And being from the Midwest, he was too polite to say anything about it. So he just tried to drink some of his beer, and the beer just kind of went out of his mouth because it was his.
Yeah, there's like a cork in his esophagus. Yeah.
And apparently he was like, "Well, this is it. This is right now," because he was too polite to actually be like, "Help," or choking.
Yeah.
So he was just content to just die peacefully in that Outback Steakhouse. But he said at the last second, when he was running out of breath, something involuntarily happened that forced it ejected out of his mouth and into a napkin. So
Yeah. And his wife didn't even notice at all.
Nope.
Yes.
Kept talking.
Yep, kept talking, almost died on his birthday. But you know what? I bet so many people, shy people from the Midwest, I bet they die that way, quietly, not wanting to bother anybody.
Oh, I don't want to cause a fuss here in the
I think
restaurant.
this is a good PSA for the found footage to get behind. It's like you just start making PSAs for polite people.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Oh no, I don't want to be a bother. I'll just die peacefully over here.
I mean, I told Jakester, I was like, if you had died because of that, by now, this happened maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
By now we could laugh at it, right? We would gather every
Yes.
January 17th on his birthday, and
Yeah.
we'd place a rose on the Outback Steakhouse, and we'd have a good laugh, and maybe we would reenact his quiet choking, and I don't know. I feel like now we could have some fun.
Yeah.
with it.
And maybe
I
instead of
feel
a
like you
rose,
would
a
probably
blooming
get there
onion.
pretty quick.
Wait, say
Yeah,
it again?
It'd be a day. It'd be like a couple of days. You're right,
Yeah, you
Steve.
wouldn't wait this long. It wouldn't wait for you.
Yeah, no, we would have done it a long time ago.
I stepped on Nick's blooming onion.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nick,
no,
what was your
that's okay.
next? Say your blooming onion.
Just
joke
instead
again.
of traditional flowers, we'd be laying blooming onions on.
Got
them.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
that was good.
Yes, well done.
All about
right.
timing. What do you have?
I have a corner that I'm going to do. This was a Joe's Pitch corner I did a few weeks ago, and I'm going to do the first one ever. I don't have a graphic yet because I still need more of these, but this corner is called This Week in Ohio. And this is the trope of when a video starts and you have a host and they look over and they say, "Oh, hello there," like as if they didn't see you, just like, oh, hi. So that's called This Week in Ohio. I'm doing all clown-based Ohis. Wayne gave me a bunch of them. I don't know how she did it. She must have watched a shitload of stuff, but thank you, Wayne, for this. I'm going to show you the first one here is T-Bone's World of Clowning, which this whole video is actually like, this is a total Nick Pruer video.
Yeah, you're sending this to me.
Yeah. So here's This Week in Ohio, and it is a little bit of a walk to get there, but it'll be worth it. Oh, this is how the video starts. Watch for a T-bone tickler at the end of tape.
A T-bone tickler.
Should we start every show with that? We start every show with that.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Definitely volume 10 of our show.
Well, I think every VCR party.
I'm for it. We need more inside jokes.
Yeah. I would have gone with centered. I wouldn't have lined right. Would you line right on this one for the
Centered
title?
too.
I would have centered. Yeah. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. It didn't quite line up, you know, like cross dissolve from the puppet to him. Like the puppet's head was really big, and then his head wasn't that. Yeah,
right.
It was close enough, I guess.
The illusion shattered.
Huh?
The illusion's totally shattered.
Yeah,
I was on board until then.
And also, I mean, not to give away. I mean, we know Oh Hello There is coming up. Oh Hi is coming up, but he's already acknowledged us as the viewer, so he knows that we're there. So he should be.
He shouldn't be surprised.
He should be Ohioing us right now.
Right. Is this his tickler? That's pretty impressive. Doesn't notice the camera, right? Still hasn't noticed us, the viewers watching.
No, even though he's like looked us right in the eye. But here we go. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh, hello. I'm T-Bone.
There we go. That's the first one.
Okay,
There's an Oh Hello. Now this one starts off right away. This is Ronald McDonald continuing on with the clown Oh Hi theme.
Okay.
Here's just a real quick one. If you blink, you'll miss it.
Oh, hi, Ronald here. I was so busy I didn't hear you come in. You know, nothing tickles me more than a terrific tale.
There we go. So that's Ronald McDonald doing his Oh Hi.
There's two clown doing Oh Hi's. That's an unusually specific montage, but
it really is. Do you guys have any suggestions for the graphic? I was thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. Just doing. Well, hello there. Oh, hi. Oh, like every new one that I add, you know how I do for George's Deathbed Visions? I add the new one going into George's eyes. I was thinking for every new Oh, hi, I just add a new Oh, hi.
Love it.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's a good way to remind people what the segment is. And yeah, it'll just get longer and longer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, remember my 21 Steve salute, that was like a year ago now, wasn't it?
Oh, memories.
I thought you said a 21 Steve salute.
Oh, we got to do one of those. We should get like, what if we got 21 Steves together and like we had them all talk about their name?
Be a great idea.
Steve, would you do you want to spearhead that?
Not really, no.
I just want to clear up because I know this has been confusing people for a week now since you mentioned This Week in Ojai. I don't want it to be confused with the public access show This Week in Ojai, California. It's a popular show. I can see the confusion happening. So
well, you don't want the lawsuit is what you don't want.
That's the main thing. Cover our bases.
Yeah, that's smart.
All right, this is a video that we've had in our collection. We've actually cut like a couple clips from it, but I don't think I had revisited it for a while. So I grabbed it from the office, and it's called Barroom Brawling with Mark Animal McYoung. We've played a lot of Mark Animal McYoung. Very entertaining guy. He's a former bouncer at a bar, a cooler at a bar, and just I think trades a lot on his tough guy reputation to do books about how to win fights and things like that.
And he has one of my favorite flubs of all time, the eyebrow. He adds a syllable to the word eyebrow. Eyebrow.
You'd be covered in from foot to eyebrow in blood and urine and feces.
Yep.
So I love this guy, and I went back because I believe Jay emailed and said, hey, you should really, I actually used to be in touch with Mark Animal McYoung. I bet he would do an EP mode with you guys watching one of his tapes. So just to wet the whistle a little bit before we reach out to Mark Animal, here's a little bit of Barroom Brawling. The art of staying alive.
Next time that...
There he is.
Give me a tree frog. I gotta take a piss. You got it, brother.
So it took me forever to figure out what he was saying there, and it was, give me a tree frog, I gotta take a piss. Apparently that's like a local type of beer that they reference later. It's called Tree Frog. So
that reminds me of like you and I, like before we're about to do a show, like we'll just be at the bar, just kind of hanging out, and I'll be like, "Hey Nick, order me a tree frog. I got to take a piss." It reminds me of like you and me.
Yeah, and actually the whole rest of this plays out like most of our shows as well.
Give me a tree frog. I gotta take a piss. You got it, brother.
One tree frog.
What if it's an actual tree frog?
Now these are poisonous.
It's usually like the people who come to our shows too.
Yep. And there's one of our hecklers.
Yep.
That's what I do to him.
That's the stage area where you and I do our found footage videos.
Yep. Actually, last week we did have a loud group playing pool during our show. I kind of wanted to do that to them. Look at his Joker shirt. George, did you have this Joker shirt? Is that one like you might have had?
I think I have a version of that.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, this reminds me of our Lexington show, Nick.
Yeah, it actually is very similar. And then we come out and we're like, hey, everybody, welcome to the Found Footage Festival.
I'm Peyton Quinn, Mark Animal McYoung, Mike the Amazing Eagle Haynick. We sure hope that you enjoyed watching
Mike the Amazing Eagle. That's his nickname. So Mark Animal and then Mike the Amazing Eagle.
Mike the Amazing Eagle?
Yep.
Well, there's our title for the episode tonight too.
They've got their tree frogs too. Look.
I'm Peyton Quinn, Mark Animal McYoung, Mike the Amazing Eagle Haynick. We sure hope that you enjoyed watching that Barroom Brawl fantasy as much as we did creating it for you.
You know, like in Star Trek, how they do briefings before they beam down onto the planet, right? So people don't make mistakes like social gaffes. Well, this is sort of a debriefing on how to operate on this planet Earth. You know, the bars and the dives, places I know.
You mean?
Animals World!
So that was their attempt at comedy there. Going into Wayne's World like they went into a dream sequence, right?
Yeah.
You mean Animals World?
Do you think they have enough headspace right there for the shot? Do you think it's
I would have
enough,
given him more headroom. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a little lopsided too, with the placement of the the one character above them and to the left, I guess.
It looks like they're in a doctor's office, like they're on the something like.
I think this is rule of sixths, right?
Yeah.
It's the rule of thirds moved slightly.
Oh, for photography. Yeah.
And the Amazing Eagles kind of got a moose knuckle shot going on, much the way I did on some of our early shots on VCR Party.
Well, this is sort of a debriefing on how to operate on this planet Earth. The bars and the dives.
Mike, the
Places I know.
Amazing Moose Knuckle.
You man. Animals world. Let's test these guys.
I don't
Make
think
no mistake.
I don't think he
Well,
believes
the
that.
ambusher isn't real courageous,
No.
and even though he may have to wolf a little to get his dick pumped up to attack, the bottom line is he wouldn't attack until he's pretty confident that you are a safe victim.
Screening. No matter what, no matter how much training you've had, a sudden shout and scream makes persons tense their muscles.
When another animal of the same species enters one animal's territory, there is going to be conflict.
Look at the creative editing here. The bar fight's like two buffalo.
It's the same in the human world. An insensitivity or an ignorance of personal space is at the root of a number of fights and altercations.
So much thumbnail potential here. So many thumbnails this episode.
And I want this man's shirt right here. I really want this shirt.
I mean, that's a Nick Pro shirt if I've ever seen one.
This is me after a found footage show. Having
You go,
to pee.
yeah, but you go right up to the urinal next to another guy, right?
Absolutely. I just like to meet our fans.
An insensitivity or an ignorance of personal space is at the root of a number of fights and altercation.
And then, like you said there, and you're peeing next to that guy, and then he asks you, like, "What do you? How do you guys deal with the copyright for all of this stuff?" And then you answer his question, right?
Yeah. Like, you guys are kind of like RLM, right? Yeah. Well, we came before them, but yeah, sure. Okay.
Have you ever heard of Buttercream Gang?
Yeah, we've got 1 million copies of Buttercream Gang. Can I finish peeing now?
There's a lot more fun things and productive things to do with your life, like blondes. That too.
What do you say?
Okay.
There's a lot more fun and productive things to do with your life, and Mark Animal McYoung said, like blondes. And they all got a good chuckle out of that. So that's part of the concluding remarks.
There's a lot more fun things and productive things to do with your life, like blondes. That too. Okay. Thank you. And that wraps it up.
These books by Mark Animal McYoung are available from Paladin.
Fists, wits, and a wicked right.
Look at, I mean, is this the thumbnail? Special thanks, Stephen the Heathen as himself.
I gotta edit this episode too, and I've already seen like 4 quality thumbnails. I gotta
upload
choose
it
the right
4
one.
times and just do different thumbnails for each one. I mean, that's all
Yeah,
you gotta
maybe that's
do.
what I'll do.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot to unpack in that one, but I think having Mark Animal for an EP mode where we watch the whole video of either this or the one about, eyebrows and all that.
I think definitely that one. That one seems really good. I really like those 3 guys. They're like 3 buddies. They're just like
Animals
like the boys.
World.
Hey, I got another corner that I'm gonna do. This is my new favoriteest corner of all time. We call it
George's Deathbed Visions.
There's the third one, yeah.
You remember that one? The eel going between the 2 fish mouths?
Yep.
So this is so when George dies, he's going to have all these visions that flash before his eyes, and I'm trying to collect all of them so that we can get a little glimpse into George's death. George, so far, would you say that we've done 3 George's deathbed visions? Would you say they're pretty accurate to what your deathbed visions are going to be?
Absolutely. I'm not sure that they'll be in that order, but those are definitely going to be among the visions.
Okay, we got a new one. So Eric from Toronto sent this one. He found this a home movie at an antique store, and it's I don't think I need to set it up. You'll see what it is, and I think we'll all get the gist of it.
Great. Love it so far.
This isn't part of the deathbed vision. Here we go.
got to add this to the calendar. 123.93.
George, does that seem accurate? Is that a George's deathbed vision?
Magnificent. Yes.
Yeah.
Great
Okay.
work, everyone.
We'll add it to. Yeah, Nick, did you add January 23rd?
I'm adding it right now. We've
But,
got Clowns Roller Skating Home Movie.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Cool. And those are our raviolis.
Shows your raviolis. Shows your raviolis. Shows your raviolis.
Those were some magnificent raviolis, guys.
Yes, they were.
Thanks, George. That's nice of you to say.
Look, gang, the word's out. Math's cool again. You know, math had a moment in ancient Greece, then again in Persia in the 8th century, and then, like disco, it blew up and burned out with Isaac Newton. Well, put on your platform shoes and get ready to kung fu fight around the fondue pot, because math is back and it's hotter than ever. So there's no better time than now to download the Stitt-Ziegler free online pre-calc textbook at stittziegler.com. You like conic sections? They got them. You like trig identities? They're in there. You want to use exponential and logarithmic functions to model the decay of radioactive carbon-14 isotopes after 20,000 years? Come on, man, that's page 485.
The fuck is he talking about?
Math's here, so get used to it. But if you're using any math textbook other than Stitt-Ziegler pre-calc, you paid too much. All right, so today on Math Corner, we'll be watching a sampling of an abysmal 1987 VHS tape called Quick Fractions from the Making Math Easy series. It suffers from shockingly inappropriate analogies and a weird erotic undercurrent between its hosts, who are definitely having an affair.
Love how bad
My
this
name
tape
is Catherine Staltaire, and this is my partner, Ed Farron. Today, our subject is fractions, part 1.
We saw earlier that when a pie is divided, 1/2 equals 2/4, which equals 3/6, and so on.
When the numerator and denominator of a fraction are divided by the same non-zero whole number, the result is an equivalent fraction.
Like losing some fat.
In some way, some unnecessary fat. The person stays the same, the fat goes.
Get a
When
room.
reducing a fraction using the method of repeated divisions, try to divide by large common factors.
Like losing fat in big chunks.
Right. With fractions, though, it's easier. With weight loss, I'm not so sure. Here's an example. Add the fractions 7/12 and 4/12.
So that's with their weight.
Something about that example looks familiar, Ed.
That's why I chose it. Remember the 2 egg cartons you found in the refrigerator when I came for breakfast this morning?
Yes, one of them had 7 eggs in it.
That's 7/12 of a carton.
The other only had 4 left in it. That's 4/12 of a carton. So I added the 4 to the carton with 7, and I had 11 eggs in the same carton.
Those were strange numbers. Let's review the factoring method using some other denominators.
They are all over each other.
Oh, yeah.
I got another question for you. Remember the trip to school we talked about earlier?
Yes. The trip to school was 4/5 or 8/10 of a mile. The trip home was a shortcut, only 7/10 of a mile. Yes. How are you? No, I'm sure he won't mind. Not at all. 1 and 1/12. Okay, I'll tell him. Bye. That was your wife.
Nick, will you call 1-800-USA-MATH?
No.
There's an error right here, a math error, because this film was not made in 1937. they forgot the L.
Ah,
So-
yes.
Oh,
wait, no,
a
that's
Roman numeral.
No, isn't that 87? Because of the M.
Well, this is 1900, right?
Yep.
1000, then 100 less than 1000, so 1900, and then 10, 20, 30, 7. So there should be an L here, I think, to make this 87.
Oh, yeah, because L is the 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good pickup. Yeah.
That's one.
Wow. I think that he loves the co-host, or he loves his wife a fraction of how much he loves the co-host. That's what I think the tie-in there is. Thanks to Stitz Ziegler for sponsoring us. It's a free math book. A free math book.
And he pays us good money. You can't even say his goddamn name.
No, he's got to pay us a little bit more for that.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you. Should we get into cyber videos this week?
Sure.
This is really an informational segment where we teach you how to watch cyber videos on the internet. Steve, what do you have for us this week?
So this, I'm doing another Jock sham where we see athletes trying to come over into the entertainment world. And this, the Zidane, I think I'm pronouncing that correct, are two hockey players that play for the Vancouver Canucks that are from Sweden. And this is a promo for the NHL, and they decided to play off some old tropes. I hope you guys enjoy as much as I do.
I heard we're getting a couple of Swedish twins.
Swedish twins? I thought that was just a myth. Like Bigfoot.
This is gonna be awesome.
They're here. Here they are, Swedish twins.
Oh, they were
and
hoping for
twins.
babes.
Yeah,
They wanted the babes.
Who looked like the same babe. I guess that's a turn on.
The NHL put this together?
I guess so.
Seems like they could have done better than this.
It's student film.
They made the best of it.
What should we make? Got a couple of Lunas. I got a tuna. Oh, cool.
Boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to be like the ESPN commercial thing, right?
Yeah, they were trying.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
cute.
boy.
That was very cute.
That is a true Jock sham.
That is, yeah. They muttered their way through the lines. It's everything you want from a Jock sham. So
Well done.
Well done, Steve, as always.
Shout out to Ross who sent that over to me. Thank you, Ross.
George, Nick, who wants to go next?
I got a quick one. Let me go quickly. The Phantom Menace took the world by storm when it came out. There's a lot of tie-in merchandise, and some of it was offered on QVC. And this is a clip, just a brief, maybe 12-second clip from a Jar Jar alarm clock for sale on QVC.
Hello, Mr. Jar Jar Binks. Mr. Day starting pretty okay day with the frisky morning munching. Where is he going? Mr. Coleman, Mr. Coleman.
That's great.
Isn't that great?
That's great.
I didn't understand a goddamn word.
Sounds like a racist gloomer.
Good reference to the Punky Brewster magical creature, Glomer. Yes. All right, now let's get into George. What do you have?
Just some more 900 lines with some new age bullshit on 1-900 WA.
If you call me right now, I'll give you my private number.
Your handwriting reveals facts about you that you don't even know. Your signature is the key to your subconscious mind. Handwriting analysis is a real science, proven accurate. Now you can have your handwriting analyzed. Call this number and have pen and paper ready. Handwriting expert Ernest Garfield will uncover your hidden self. Just follow simple directions and respond by pushing the buttons on your phone. $1.95 per minute. Under 18 get permission.
Describe your handwriting over the phone.
Cover your hidden self.
Loopy.
Call now for your
alien.
personalized handwriting analysis.
You control your own destiny. Can you touch the forces of the beyond? Take a trip to another dimension, a realm of mystery and enchantment, a world of forces beyond our understanding. Come with us into the unknown, where magic, mysticism,
So many thumbnails.
and miracles wait for you.
1-900-250-5555. $2 for
New
each
age
minute.
kitchen sink right there.
Yeah, they just threw it all in there.
The UFO Hotline. Your phone number to the biggest cover-up ever. Call 1-900-909-UFOs. Although we warn you to be prepared. This may be the most shocking phone call you'll ever make. Hear up-to-the-minute UFO sightings and extraterrestrial
pause?
contacts. Call 1...
Let's do a thing where we have to guess what we think it is per minute.
They're really selling it with the shockingness.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I'm gonna say $2.99. I'm gonna say $9.99 for the first minute, $2.99 each additional.
I'm gonna say $1.95 a minute.
Okay.
Flat. Steve?
I wanted to go $2.99, so instead I'm going to go. I'm gonna go 99 cents. Go cheap.
Okay. All right. I like it.
909 UFOs. Are extraterrestrial visitors real? Experience the
Dealer's first minute,
contact.
35
Call
cents
now.
each additional. Yes.
Guys, I think it's a
closest.
deal.
Yeah.
What's weird is NASA actually had a dial-a-shuttle 900 line where you could listen in to the spatial Atlantis, but most of the time it was just silent, so people were pissed off. But the coolest thing about this is this is the only 900 merch I've ever found, which is a 900. There's the number 900-410-6272. The dial-a-shuttle patch. It's the
Wow.
only 900 merch I've ever found.
Hey, by the way, some Melendez commented, I believe last week or the week before, that 900 numbers still exist. We thought they were dead, but people are saying in the back of their like local Arts Weekly, they're the porn ones are still around.
Oh.
So apparently there are still 1-900 numbers, which means we could get our own VCR party when 1-900 Melinda and charge $3.95, and you actually get to talk to George. That's just my pitch. But
Well, no, a recording of George, not actually George.
No, you could talk to me.
I would say a lucky winner will actually be collect.
What
each
if
day we'll get.
what if they call up and then George pays them $3.95 a minute to talk to them?
Either way.
Okay,
It's
you'll
not a
take
bad
whatever
pitch.
you can get.
Yeah, shrewd businessman over here.
All right, is it my turn? IMG
Yeah,
time?
IMG time,
All right,
yep.
let's do some IMGs.
Chicken shit. Electronic video transmission uploaded with no intention. Harvested semi-ethically. Welcome to IMG.
All right, IMG time. We got a great harvest this past couple weeks. We have a big old database full of them. First one, we're going to look at. Leanne sent this one. It's 0552, IMG 0552, 14 views. Leanne said, I had no idea that Christian dentistry was a thing, but here we are.
Hi, my name is Wendy. I've been coming here to Excellence in Dentistry for a few years. I really enjoy it, would highly recommend it. I love the atmosphere, the Christian music, the scriptures, and the qualified people taking care of my teeth, which are improving.
There you go.
The
There's the first one.
scriptures in the teeth. Okay, yep, makes sense.
But then she says, which are improving. Her teeth are
Scriptures?
improving? Or,
No.
yeah, well, the ended with which are improving. I assume she means the teeth are improving.
Bit of a dangling modifier there.
Yeah. All right. There's another. Leanne also sent IMG 0552, another 0552. Seems to be a pretty good number. 3 views. Leanne called it, hello, all you beautiful slices.
Hello, all you beautiful slices.
Oh, that's what IMGs are made of right there.
Yeah, and then also another title for the show tonight too. Like,
Yeah, that's
hello, all
true.
you beautiful slices.
Wealth of riches.
Oh,
Wealth of
it's
riches
just too much to decide on. All right, last one. 0872. Megan sent this one. 125 views. Grandma Hump's blow up doll. And we've all seen this one before, but
boy.
you can't go wrong with it. Grandma humping a blow up doll.
I don't know that we have all seen that one before.
Well, we've all seen like a grandma humping.
Oh,
a
like
blow-up
grandma
doll.
giving the grandma giving
I
the
just
finger,
feel like,
that sort of genre of
That's how you hump too, right?
I wouldn't know.
Nick, could you successfully masturbate to this, do you think?
Well, as I always say, is any masturbation really successful? I answer your question with another question. I mean, grandmas must know that kills.
Yeah, exactly.
Are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
Yeah, I think that they get like, oh, I don't normally hump things, and now I'm humping a thing.
But when I do, it's in public.
I don't normally give the finger, but
Nick, you still have a grandma. Would your grandma ever hump a blow up doll?
Absolutely not. She's a Seventh-day Adventist. She's in church more than she's not. All right. We mentioned fantastic cyber videos all around, by the way. So we mentioned we were watching because for Saturday morning cartoons, we watched the Mr. T cartoon. It was a lot of fun. And Jen, our special guest, brought up that she always identified with one of the girls from the Mr. T Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool educational tape, which was the second video we ever found back in 1991 or 2 that started us collecting tapes. And so we are watching it in 2 parts this week on Thursday night for patrons at the $10 and up level. We're watching part 1. And here's a little bit from part 1, just to wet your whistle. This video is solid. It really delivered.
I really liked it. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it.
Oh, hi there. I'm Dr. T. Have you ever been embarrassed, ashamed, or exposed? I mean, done something so absolutely ludicrous that you wish you could have moved to a deserted island and had your head in the sand? I mean, check this out.
Future Steve Lawrence.
Now, how can that little brother recoup? Let's run that again.
Yeah. Now, how can that man recoup?
Is that recouping or is that recouping? So the next time you find yourself in an absolute ludicrous situation, Mr. T, don't go hide your head in the sand. Mr. T, you're... Recoup instead. Your pants.
He recouped. Turned it into spots.
Is that recouping or is that recouping?
Recouping. 1 out of 1 Dr. T's recommended.
I mean,
be somebody.
What's not to like? It's Be Somebody or Be Somebody's Fool. Part 1 this Thursday. Join us.
He's a mean-looking guy who is like nice and self-deprecating, and I love it. I love him so much.
And I'll be smoking cools next week while watching that.
Not this Thursday. The following Thursday. Yeah. You sure you want to go with cools? Menthols are harsh.
You know what? Let us know in the comments what you think should be the first cigarette that I try to inhale.
You just strike me as a Pall Mall guy. I don't know what it is about you.
Thank you.
You strike me as a Pall Mall guy.
I think of myself as kind of a GPC, greater price cigarette kind of guy.
Yeah, the ones that are like $1.19 a pack. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait to do this. How are we gonna do this? Are you gonna be like out? Are we gonna be out together? Are we gonna do it over Zoom or how?
I'll have to go in George's deep woods or something to do it over Zoom or something. Maybe I'll go in the office and do it by the window. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe we'll just do it outside by a dumpster because that's usually where you like have smoke breaks.
Have smoke breaks, absolutely. Yeah, we'll go like behind a Perkins or something, and I'll just be there stealing their Wi-Fi and trying my first cigarette.
George, what the hell's behind you here? What's Oh wait, you're muted.
Oh, we're seeing his woods?
I'm in the deep woods. Yeah, let me see if I can get out of the way.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Light up a cigarette.
I think George might be a cryptid. He might be like one of those fictional animals that just kind of lives in the deep woods that people, have legends about.
Yeah.
There's the creep lurking in the Pennsylvania woods. He's gonna get you. By the way, hey, we also, in addition to LA, we got a bunch of new shows on the calendar. We are touring against anyone in their right mind. We are deciding to go on the road again. We booked shows in Chicago and Columbus for December. We're going to be in Brooklyn in December doing a Christmas show. So come see us in your city.
It's a little weird, but all the venues have been safe so far, and there haven't been any COVID deals, and everybody's vaccinated who comes to the shows. So I don't know. So far, it's been good. It's been successful. It's been just a little weird.
Yeah. It's just weird to be back on the road again.
All right. Are we ready to wrap this sucker up?
Let's wrap it up. Yeah.
All right. So this one, last week I played those IMGs. Remember I played those IMGs? Well, let me just, here's a refresher. I can't remember what the numbers were, but I provided a rap, an acapella rap, and some sounds. And I asked Melinda mixers to mix them together into a remix. So here's what I showed last week.
Kim and Sarah are here to say, hooray! We made it to Froyo Friday. Head to the lounge with your hall pass, grab what you need and sit on your...
So that was the first one. Then here's another quick one.
Action.
Just the word action. And then there's this like squeaky blender thing. Okay, so Joe Blevins, Melinda Mixer extraordinaire, put together all those three sounds into one beautiful song called Froyo Fridays. And Joe said, for the record, the squeaky blender was much easier to work with than the rapping teachers. So, but I think he did a great job. So here's the thing. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that.
Everybody's a puppet when they're dead.
Fridna Bradnick Bergerben.
Action.
Kim and Sarah are here to say, hooray! We made it to Froyo Friday. Head to the lounge with your hall pass, grab what you need and sit on your... Yo, yo, it's Froyo Friday. Cherries, berries, cookies and nuts. Don't let yourself get stuck in a rut. Look outside, the weather's warm. Froyo Friday will help you perform. By the end of this week, we hope you feel the love. Thank you so much for going up and above. Yoda Bomb.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
In 8.
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polster, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.